So we decided to do the worst possible thing we could do. A 48-hour fast. Why did I decide to do it? Because I saw Will Tennyson do a video and I was wondering, how the fuck did he train doing all that? Before I answer this question though, let us get the facts straight. Is there a lot of science based on the actual benefits or supposed things that fasting does? No, it won't heal you, it won't detox you, it will just leave you energy depleted, which is logical because you're not taking in any energy. Regardless of that, it is a practice done by many cultures and many people over a long span of time, so it is surprising that the real evidence regarding it is so little. Before I tell you how I started to prepare for this challenge, let me tell you, I can have water, tea and coffee unlimited amounts. Besides that, I will have no food and I will also monitor my body closely so that I know that if I get any issues, I will need to stop the challenge. In preparation for this, I made sure to eat enough nutrition the day before the challenge, so I knew that I would still have some backup stuff in my body. And I also planned a safe way to eat after the challenge because it is important that you don't break your fast in an erratic manner because it might send your body into shock. And as I said in the disclaimer, that could also be potentially deadly. Most importantly though is I made a list of things I could do to keep myself occupied so I won't get bored, because eating is a very focal aspect in our lives, and because I cook a lot, it would give me a lot of free time. Around 7 p.m. on the first day, I started getting massively hungry and a tiny bit lightheaded, but luckily for me, I read sometime 5 years ago that some dude on Reddit said that if you eat under 500 calories, you won't break your fast. So I did what any sensible human would do, and I had like a 200 gram packet of pineapple that I still had in my fridge. So even if I know that the nutrition from the day before still technically holds up, my body wasn't really doing its best. A positive aspect, on the other hand, of the fast was that I was massively productive. I was doing a lot of things I have been putting off for a long time because I had so much time and I felt clear-headed throughout the day. I did a lot of housework like ironing and deep cleaning my whole house, reorganizing, decluttering, some paperwork that I needed to do, my finances, DIY projects, etc, etc, and I was really happy about that. But could I have done it more efficiently and I had enough energy in me? Probably yes. Around 10 o'clock in the evening, I started getting really hungry again, but this time I was like, no, we already ate something, I'm technically good and I'm just hungry. So I watched a lot of videos from Will Tennyson and Eric the Electric doing food challenges because I couldn't get the thought of food out of my head. It was also kind of bizarre for me to get hungry so late in the evening because I usually eat more during daytime and make sure to complete my nutritional needs. So that brings us back to the question about Will Tennyson. How did he do all the workouts with so little food in his system? He did the fast, a 48-hour fast, after his 20,000 calorie challenge, and he was working out quite a bit. Now, that is Will Tennyson's job, it's not mine. And my workouts went accordingly. I didn't do them. I follow a typical push-pull leg 5-day split, and around 9 p.m. on the first day I noticed I just can't do it. I had done only 6,000 steps while I usually average more around 15,000 steps, and I didn't feel like it was gonna change at all. My whole day was a weird combination of being super productive and clear-minded and also being super energy depleted and physically lazy. I sat down way more often than I normally would, and that just shows me that my body was signaling me to calm down and or eat something because I needed the energy, even though I had eaten way more the day before. I also felt as if I were to touch a single barbell, my muscle would just tear off of the bone. And while we're on the topic of bones, barbells weren't the only thing I didn't feel like touching during this challenge. So the answer to my question is, how did Will Tennyson do it? I still have no idea. On day 2, which is today, it is luckily my rest day, so I don't need to worry about exercising, and I can also just say I didn't do it because it is my rest day. Maybe it also isn't the smartest move to do all this while I'm sick, as you can probably hear from my voice, but according to a lot of YouTube scientists, fast is supposed to cleanse your body as well, which is another topic for a different time, which I definitely want to get into. Not only do I not feel cleansed, I feel like freezing. I feel like my blood sugar is all the way in the bottom, and I feel tired. I feel as though I ran a marathon yesterday, even though I basically did no physical movement whatsoever, which is also something that makes me sad, because I like moving, and I don't like not having energy to move. But since I know you YouTube people, now for the most important question: did I lose any weight? And the answer is, I have no idea. I didn't weigh myself before the challenge, after the challenge, and I don't plan on weighing at any time during this. When reading up on this challenge, I read about a lot of benefits this supposedly has, like detox and cleansing, energy, sharp-minded, adrenaline kicks, etc, etc. And the thing I read most often was weight loss and weight loss and weight loss. Article after article, I began to wonder, how is that even a benefit? A lot of German news sources like NDR or whatever always make videos on healthy diets recently and how you should up your fiber and even lower your protein, which for some reason I think is odd, but a lot of German channels are recommending it. And every time they start with good advice like up your fiber so you have better gut health, or eat more fats to balance your hormones or whatever, even though in German news sources again they don't suggest to up your fats ever. Every single time they follow it up with, so you will lose weight. That is usually the point where I turn off the video. Because in the end, how long are you planning to lose weight for? How long are you planning to stay in a deficit or give your body less than it needs? Because that's what you're doing if you're trying to lose weight, right? So once you decide you are over with trying to give yourself less, let me tell you a bit about what you will get more of. Videos of me trying more different ways of eating, which are definitely better than a 48-hour fast. Or maybe even a few worse ones, which I don't think there are any, but if you have some, you can always recommend them to me. And I'm just saying that Will Tennyson also ate 28 eggs in one day, which is something that I could definitely easily top, because my egg consumption is over the roof. So this is the current time right now. It's almost 40 hours, and I will definitely quit at 40 hours. I will make myself something to eat now. I feel dizzy and lightheaded, and I don't like feeling this way. I feel as if I'm gonna pass out, and since I live alone, we're not gonna risk any stuff. So definitely stay for the future. Take from this video what you will take from this video, and remember, I love you more.